So you found an object you want to print. I found one by searching dog up in Maker World online models. Sometimes when you open models, you can see that there's a couple different options for you to choose from when printing. I typically will look at the different options to see if there's drastically different settings. And for this one, I just chose to use the single color object. Now that it's been uploaded to my build plate, I can click and drag using my mouse to see the different viewpoints of my object. The first thing I'm going to check is to make sure that I have selected the correct 3D printer. Sometimes the downloading software will automatically put in a different type of printer, so I will have to default back to X1C Carbon. Now I've selected the object, and you can see over here that there's a lock icon, which will prevent me from changing anything with the settings. Once you unclick that lock icon, it will allow you to look at tons of different options. At this point, I'm not too concerned with the different settings, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you how to manipulate or move the object around. The first step is to select the object, and up across the toolbar, you'll see that there's a couple ways you can move the object. When you want to move an object, you can either just click and drag it, or you can select the specific axis that you would like to move on. Once you're happy with it, you can just go ahead and click outside of the object, and it will be right there. If you want to revert to the way the object was, you would just simply click Control Z. Let's say that I want to rotate my object, but keep it in its spot. I can select the different axis and I can rotate it manually, or I can actually type in the numbers and enter it myself, and it will rotate it by snapping to a certain number. Now let's talk about how you would scale an object. This is especially useful if you download an object to your work plane and you find that it's just way too small or way too big for your liking. Just make sure that the box is selected for uniform scale so it doesn't become all misshapen. Now we are going to talk about the different faces of an object. By selecting this tool, you can change how you want the shape to be printed. This tool can be useful if a print is uploaded to the print bed and it has a weird angle to it. Now let's say you want to print multiple of a design. Right-click on the object and select Fill Bed with Copies. This will automatically populate based on the given space. If you want to just clone an object and only print it a certain number of times, you can right-click on the object, select Clone, and select how many you would like to create. As you can see, there are a lot of other options here, but mostly we're just going to be using the simpler ones like Mirror. You can change the way the object is facing based on how it's been oriented on the plate. While there's lots of other settings to play with, these are some basics on how to manipulate an object that you have uploaded into Bambu Lab.